does that mean? Winning. Win here to win there.
Raven winners, baby. Take that money. 6-0 last week. We still fly high.
Winning.
Keep it rolling. More cash for everybody.
Win here to win there. Now what? I mean, what's not to love?
How do you make
Got the ball, man. Sign it quick.
Win here to win there.
Next, watch the elbow. Whoa, that speed almost took my eye. Signatures for everybody. Promise. Just keep
never
file moving.
otherwise gonna see in their boring normal lives, and I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their life. Winning. Oh, win here
Jim
to
Fantasy
win
football
there.
team perfect last week. 6-0 on our lock, and we're now hitting over 75%.
Hey, who would you talk to? What's going on? It is me, Mike Lepre, King Mike, L, the NFC East Whisperer, the +1 too many, the not make the cut, the not get invited. Well, I got a bunch of names. Joining me, Mashadamas. What's up, Matt?
You can see me.
I can see you.
I can see you. But the
That's-
most of the people can't see me because I'm in a different realm.
Yeah.
I see things that most people don't see. I see things very clearly. And we're here to tell you about all of it coming
Look,
up.
I'm waiting for Captain Picard to pop back into the thing down below. I can see it, but I don't see his picture yet. Here's the thing. So we started this whole season, and I was just telling everybody who would listen, like, look, we've been over 70% for
Killing
like
it.
3 years. It's been a ridiculous run. I'm like, And then we started this year, and we've been killing it. Like,
I'm fine.
a 4-2 week to
I'm
us
fine.
was like bad. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Last week, 6-0. Joining us, Captain Picard. Show us up.
No, we're not the type of guys to say, I told you so.
Oh, yes, we are.
But we told you so.
No, that's like, look, that's officially in my book. We flat out told people last week. Like, in other words, if you were riding with us every single week, you are guaranteed to be up money. Like, if you have played every pick we've made, you're guaranteed to be up a lot of money. And last week, you could have made a shitload. Because when someone gives you 6 games, 6 locks, and they all come through, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't listen to that person. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't go out of your way to see that person. Like, I want to see that person. Don't you? You got 6 winners for me? Let me know, guy. Let me know. But no one does it. No one's got it. All right. What else? Let me ask you this, Sean. When we did pull out all 6 games, how'd you feel?
Oh, I felt amazing. Are you kidding me? I felt stupid, though, because I picked the wrong stupid team on my parlay.
Yeah, I literally am bombed out by that because I know that me and you went over the name of the goddamn teams before I got off.
Killed me.
And I'm like, that's the ones. How did you pull that off? Imagine that. But that does happen. I mean, that's how life goes. You picked the wrong team in the parlay. That's it's penmanship. That's shoddy penmanship. Matt, how did you feel when you got the photo of you holding up the money and everyone loves it?
If we go back to the text messages, I kept saying we were undefeated and the games weren't even played out. But that's because I continue to see in the future. I continue to see we already won. And as it came and it unraveled, we won them all, and it was easy. It was easy because we make it look easy. But what's crazy is I'm wearing the Saints jersey because they were the only team to beat me in the entire Sunday, Monday slate. The Saints. Why? I don't know why, but they were good enough to beat yours truly. And I feel like Cindy Crawford, not because I feel like a woman, but because I have this one mark on my face. That's it. Just one.
That was a lot. I haven't, Jesus Crow. That was a good one. That was a pullback to Sidney Crawford. That's 10 years ago. That's like, it's like not being invited to a kid's party. I don't know. It's something like that. All right, let's go through the games. Now, there's a lot of pressure on us. I think it's a lot of it self-induced. That's because, I mean, we can't get better than 6-0. But if we still stick to the 70 percentile, is that not a true win, Sean? Isn't that a win?
A win is a win is a win is a win.
Win is a win is a win. All right. I don't know why they have this game listed, but they do. All right. So there's 12 games today, dude. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at 1. The 3 at 4, which I hate. I hate just 3 games at 4, and then the 8 o'clock game and 1 Monday night. So this is a short list of games. There's only 12 games in total. Okay. Matt, I'm going to start with you. We're going to start in Carolina, where Buffalo travels in and is favored by 7 points. Who do you like?
I don't like it. I love it. Give me the kitty cats. Meow. And that's because not only offensively will they be able to match and run with the Bills, but defensively, this Carolina Panthers team is very good, especially at home. They're going to present a lot of problems for Josh Allen. I guarantee the Panthers cover this spread. Guarantee it.
All right. Sean?
I'm gonna have to agree. They got a great running game. Impossible to beat at home. You're talking about the receiving game is underrated in Carolina. And Buffalo Bills have never lost 3 straight. But guess what? Under Josh Allen, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
You're calling for the straight up outright win, huh? I like that. I could see that absolutely happening.
So
They definitely win by the point spread, but they could very easily win straight up.
I agree.
I hate to be the wet towel, but Buffalo will handle their business today. They're better on the road actually than they are at home. And Carolina's record against big opponents with high spreads in Carolina it's not a good record. What I mean by that is Buffalo is definitely the better team, and they have to. This is a week where they have to produce. And when both teams have to produce, you can't take the Panthers. And 7's a lot, but I honestly think Buffalo blows them out. Like, I think this is one of those off games where Buffalo just blows out the Panthers just to show that they're good so that they can lose at a different point down the season. So I'm sorry, guys. We split on that one. I'm going to take the lone guy with the Bills. You guys stay with the Panthers. We'll see how we end up in the middle. All right, Sean, you ready for what a great game of football? The Cleveland Browns are going to travel to New England, and New England is favored by 7 at home. What do you think, Sean?
You know, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. There's no team that represents my 5.5 edict more than the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns today. They are going to be the first team to rush over 100 yards against the Patriots this season with Judkins. And they're going to be a team that celebrates National Tight End Day with their 2 great tight ends. Good tight ends, not great. And then, they're going to pull it out. Cleveland.
All right, the Browns have a million problems, though, right? Like, really don't know who's what. Like, if you ask the Browns, who's your starting team, they wouldn't know on both sides of the ball at this point. But I get where you're coming from. Matt, what do you think? It's 7 points. Let's keep that in mind.
Oh, I've been thinking about this game a lot this week, and I don't ever like to look at the home team, my team, as something that is anything other than a business transaction when it comes to me talking to the people. And, I love being right. That's the only thing that really, truly matters is getting it right. That's it. I don't care about anything else. So when it comes down to this game, the Patriots have shown something as a weakness all season long, and it's anybody can pass against them. Cam Ward had his best day passing in the NFL yet against the Patriots. Bryce Young looked damn good, but Bryce Young's looked good in spots. This defense has been a saw, and it's not just since been, everyone said when Christian Gonzalez gets back, it's going to do better. That's not the case. So when I look at this game, Do I think Dylan Gabriel can take advantage of that? I think Jerry Judy's probably going to have his best receiving day yet, but that's not really something to be speaking of because he hasn't done anything yet. But you said, Sean, you said, Captain, that you think that they're going to have over 100 yards rushing. That would mean they've held everybody to every running back to under 50 yards rushing. So that would have to be Dylan Gabriel, chipping in. I think that they're going to get the yardage through the air on this Patriots defense, but I don't see them keeping up. I think Drake May continues his MVP caliber, and they provide some distance. I like the under. I could see the Patriots probably winning this game 23-10, 21-7, 21-10, and I think the over-run is 40. So I like the Patriots in this, and only at a 7. Anything more than that, I'd probably go with Cleveland.
So wait, Matt, Sean, who did you like?
I liked Cleveland.
And Matt likes the Patriots. All right, it's a 7-point spread. The Patriots should be a 7-point better team, but I don't like the game. How about that? I'm going to say Patriots win 24-20. Therefore, I'm going to take the Browns with the points. It's going to be – I would take the under, though. I would find out what the other is and under is. And
40.
40.
I think it would be good under. I don't know. All right, so we've split on the very first 2 games. Now, before this third game, I've been making fun of Philadelphia fans a lot. And we got this one guy, Tony, who did this quick interview for us. And he wanted to explain to us, I guess, what it is about being an Eagles fan.
Tony, the Eagles took the title last year. How do you feel about the organization now?
Look, I love the Birds, all right? They gave me my first parade, but they're still the worst run team in the league. One good season doesn't erase years of nonsense. They hike ticket.
Wow, see? Now that was a real Eagle fan. Did you hear what he was just saying? He likes his Birds. They gave him a title, but they're the worst organization. Even he agrees. So moving on to that game. The New York Football let me down in no bigger way possible Giants play the world's worst run organization, the Philadelphia Eagles. Guys, last week's Giants game, losing by that many points and the way that the calls were, you know what? I never blame the refs. I try to always never blame the refs. I'm being serious. That's one of those things I don't do. However, in that game, it got weird. Like with the whole thing going on, the scandal going on with Chauncey Billups and all those other people, right? And I'm hearing it's going to spread to LeBron and beyond. That's what I'm hearing, all right? What beyond means is football coaches are going to get indicted. There's going to be a couple of football coaches that I heard that might be assistant coaches that might be on the thing. Now, football's a much harder sport to shave points, but you can still pull it off. Now, basketball is the world's easiest game at fixing. Because if anybody's watched an NBA game lately, you guys know that the last 20 minutes is just nothing but friggin' free throws, right? Fouls and free throws. So if you want to adjust the score just by 6 more points, it's an easy thing to do in the last 3 minutes. So I'm worried about all that shit. I really didn't like that. Now, coming back to the Giants playing the Eagles, the Eagles at home are favored by 7.5 points, right? Here's the only question I have is the NFC East whisper. Can the Eagles pass rush today get home against the Giants? Because it didn't last time. And once that didn't happen, it was fucking game over. I felt it game over. So my question before I pick is to you guys. Can the Eagles, with the line they have present today, put pressure enough pressure on Dart to change the way the game is played? And then I guess Saquon's got to get established, and they got to protect Hurts. So, Matt, you can go first on this one. What do you think? Can they do it?
I do. I think they can, and I think they will. I think the big piece is back, and it's Jalen Carter. He didn't play in the first matchup, which made me lick my chops with the Giants, and I told everybody I could. I jumped on the Giants, and I was very happy with it. We coordinated that night, and we were very much on board. I'm on the opposite spectrum this go around. Doesn't really have much to do with. It might have a little bit to do with the last few weeks, but I don't really like to have that impact my decision making. What I really believe is, I think Jalen Hurts is actually playing a little bit better than what most people think, and I think that what we will see here today is they might get their run game going, but I don't think it's necessary. I think defensively they're gonna pretty much put a lot of pressure on Mr. Dot, and it's gonna all start with having their main man back, Jalen Carter.
All right, so here's what I want to say before we go to Sean. I don't think the Eagles go in by 7.5. I think the Giants keep it close. No, I'm being serious. Like if Jackson Dart's in the game, Scatterboo's in the game, and we got our defense, I like our chances to stay close. I'm not saying we're going to win, but I like it to be like a field goal again type of game. 7.5 to me is too high of a spread for these two games. The Giants just beat the Eagles 2 weeks ago. They just beat them 2 weeks ago in Meadowlands. New Jersey to Philadelphia is like a cakewalk. It's like the same air. It's barely leaving.
A lot changes in 2 weeks, and I'm not saying a lot has changed, but I like to be able to look on the curve and on the upcoming. And what I've seen, the only thing I could say, and I do believe 100% wholeheartedly that the refs have a lot to do with the outcomes of these games, but what I also seen was almost kind of like the Super Bowl with Atlanta and New England. Like the ball could have absolutely called that game a little bit differently and not so pedal to the metal and slowed the game down. And he didn't do that. And I think that there might be a little bit more because there's been now a continuance of these games happening to the Giants, and not only the losses, but the games that they've won. There's been some games that they won. And now like it's a tremendous loss that you can't get a kicker in there to seal the deal. But right now they have another guy coming off the heat. Like that's a weakness in a team on a team that's already got a few weaknesses.
That's a coaching weakness. The coach should know if the fucking pitch is going to play or not before he makes the roster. But anyways,
100%, absolutely.
Sean, do you not think that two rookies beat the Eagles and come into this game with a little more confidence than they should? Like they beat them already, so it's like, all right, let's go play the Eagles again.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Oh no.
We got something brewing here with these gambling things. Let me ask you a question though. How come AJ Brown got announced as being out for the game, and the line didn't move at all? At all. There's only one reason behind that. It's because they know in Vegas today is upset city. It's not tight end day. Don't listen to them. I told you a couple weeks ago it was tight end day, and I was right. Today is a New York Football Giants day.
Yeah,
that's
you
right.
Know what? I'm with that, Sean. I'm going to tell you why. We don't need this game. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not going to change our record, but if the Giants sweep the Eagles this season, there'll be a lot to talk about, right? It'll give more reason for conversation. That's just how the Giants are, man. They're drama. They're never going to be like, we got to get rid of Dayball. We got to get rid of the defensive coordinator from Tennessee. I want to Shane, whatever his name, Bowen. I want to just grab that guy, throw him right by the seat of his pants, right out of the fucking stadium. He's horrible. Horrible. You can't stop a last second. Dude, I can't believe that we're in a football league now where that if your team's down by 2, right? If you're up by 2 and you're playing Dallas, you can't let the guy kick it from like his own fucking 20 now. It's like pretty soon they're just going to be kicking it full into the field. Boom! And that's what football is.
They get it.
Well, we can just go over a field goal at 90 yards. Hate field goal kickers. All right, we split on 3. All right, there's 3 more left at 1 o'clock. Let's start with this one. Brother Ray's Miami Dolphins travel to Hotlanta. Atlanta is favored by 7.5. Oh, I want to start this one. Atlanta's favored by 7.5. Miami's been struggling, right? I don't know if Atlanta will blow out the Dolphins by 7.5. Like, I know the Dolphins aren't good, but it's one of those games where I could make up a million reasons how the Dolphins can score and stay in this game and make it an ugly game. Therefore, 7.5 to me is not enough of a spread. I can't believe I'm going to pick them, but I am taking the Dolphins plus 7.5. Drops, another half drops, don't go with them. But if it stays at 7.5, I like the Dolphins. Sean.
All right. Well, in this one, I gotta say, Atlanta, where's that booty at? Well, it's in Miami. There's a lot of booty in Miami. But what they don't have are victories. And why they don't have victories is because they're fighting New Orleans for the worst team in the NFL. And Atlanta, you're gonna see Cousins come in today. I just feel it. At some point, Cousins is going to come in, and Cousins is going to be chucking the ball and looking like a good guy, and he's going to get traded on the trade deadline. And yeah, we're going to have to go. But it doesn't even matter. Atlanta wins. Atlanta puts them away by 10.
Well, we're splitting like crazy. We're splitting like hairs over here, guy. Speaking of hair, Matty, what do you think about?
So check
By the
this
way,
out.
every AI video I made of the three of us on that couch in the cartoon, when I
Awesome.
would come in the picture, I would either be bald or with long white hair. Like, they never got my guy right. It would show you guys celebrating, and then I would come in, no beard, white hair, long white hair. All right, Matt, who do you like?
So, like the Philly-New York game, you said it didn't move with the announcement of A.J. Brown being called out. It's the same thing with the Atlanta-Miami game when Penix Jr. was announced out. The line didn't move. And I'm with Philly on that other game with the line not moving because I don't think it mattered. And with this game, I don't think it matters because where this game is going to be won and lost is Miami can't stop anybody running. And Tyler Algier is actually going to be missing this game, it looks like. So it's going to be just an overload of Bijan Robinson. Get that on the over-under on his yardage and whatnot. But I'm all with Atlanta. Not only is Miami just looking like dog shit, but they got injuries all along. They've got injuries all along their offensive line. They're in big trouble and look for Mike McDaniel to be fired any day. I actually think he's looking for to be released. It looks like he's saying a lot of crazy things in the conferences now. So he lost connection with that team long ago.
I think based on pants alone, that guy should be kicked out of the NFL. The fact that he wears those pants bothers me so goddamn much. But I still don't see it more than 7.5. So we split. Sean?
He went with Atlanta.
I'm going with Miami. Oh, Sean already went with Atlanta?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, so it's 2 against 1. That's just how I like it. All right. What do we got next? We're splitting. All right. Sean, I'll give you this one. The Jets, the Jets. You know what? As a Jets fan, do you even cheer for them anymore? Like,
no.
What are you hoping for as a Jets fan? What is the future of the Jets? Like, what is the future of the Jets? A couple of great running backs and then a bunch of wide receivers that seem like they should be good, but then get traded to another team and disappear. All right. Yeah. The Jets are playing the Bengals in Cincinnati, and Cincinnati's favored by 6. What do you think, Sean?
All right. This is my surprise. I honestly and truly believe the Jets under Fields. Fields is angry, I think. And Fields, I think, is going to keep it close enough where the Jets pull the upset of the day.
Wow. That's a big upset.
Huge upset.
Matty?
It's kind of crazy because I'm with you, Captain. I know for a fact that the Jets going to cover this 6. I think there's too much value in it not to take it. That's the side where the value is. I know that they cover it. I can absolutely see the upset. I think Cincinnati gets enough to get it done, but this is a dogfight for sure.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I think it's really odd and I would say downright scary that the first agreement we all have is the Jets.
No.
The Jets plus 6.
It's a lock! 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 It's a lock!
It's officially a lock. All right, we got the Jets. That's 1. We have officially now uno. Oh no! All right, let's go on. You know what? And the reason I think the Jets win this game is just because it ends up being an ugly game. the type of game that they can deal with. You know what I mean? An ugly
Yep.
game. All right.
I think they're going to be able to run. And I, like Captain said, I think Justin Fields is going to play decent.
Yeah, that's tough to say because he really is a horrible football player at times. But I mean, I hope he does. Like, you know what it is? If he truly accepted his abilities and how he should play and run more and just really him and Breach, they could run all day, but he doesn't. You know, he wants to be a quarterback.
I got one of his.
1 o'clock.
Hold on, King. I got one of his pretty good. It was a tie-dye card out of a break, and I sold that. I made sure I kept that thing up there hard to grab, and I sold it for like $2,500. That card's not worth 25 cents today. Somebody somewhere right now hates Justin Fields.
Imagine.
Yeah, I have Justin Fields rookies, and I use them as coasters. I like to refer to them as coasters. All right. So, Matt, the Bears travel to Baltimore. This is a really odd game, and DeAndre Swift is probable, so I think he is 100% playing. The spread is 1.5 at home for the Baltimore Ravens. It's a tight spread in the game. That could come down to like whose QB is healthy, who has the healthiest QB. That's really where I'm at with this. So I don't know, Matt. What do you think? Bears, Packers.
I know. I see this game, and Tyler Huntley is starting for the Ravens, but it's going to come down to the Bears can't stop anybody running the ball, so they can't get off the field, and the Ravens can run the ball. They're gonna, the Ravens had a really tough go this year. Today they get it on track, and it's going to be against the Bears defense. That's just horrid. I like what's going on with Chicago. I like we've seen this spread go from like 6.5 down to 2, down to a pick 'em. But it's still, if you're on the Ravens side, I believe you're on the right side. I believe the Ravens cover this, win this outright.
All right. Sean?
I could see what Mastradamus is saying, but I'm going to say the Bears. The Bears today, I think, coming off a little rest. They're going to have Swift playing. They got a little bit of a passing game with the Dunze. And the Ravens, had they had Lamar Jackson all day, I'd take the Ravens, but they don't. Well, even though he practiced with the scout team, which is questionable. You play full practice with the scout team. Like, what's going on here? What goes on here?
Exactly.
So we got to go Bears.
So this is what I want to say. I want to find this really quick. I like the Bears today, Matt. I'm sorry to go against you, but let me tell you why. The guy that I have my eye on today is Olamide. Is it pronounced Zacchaeus?
Yeah. He's a good wideout.
Do you know the wide receiver I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I know exactly what he is.
He is going to eat today. Like
He should.
Today is his day to eat. He gets the targets, this kid. It's not like they're not trying to put that ball in that kid's hands because he's 5'8", 200 pounds. You know what I mean? So, like, you look at his target, 7, 5, 4, 6, 6, and then just 3 last week. So if it was just 3 last week against the Saints, they want to get the ball to this kid. I don't know why, but I'm telling you, what's his name loves him. So that's my surprise pick for fantasy. But I'm also going with the Bears. We split on that. You know what? You take Lamar out of Baltimore. Nah. It's like, nah. It is. It's true. It's just awful to say, but like a Rashad Bateman, why would I start him? I'm just not doing it,
I just look at it like the running game is going to make it pretty easy for Tyler today against that run defense. If you can get a short 3rd and down most of the time, you can move the ball down the field.
I don't know. I don't agree. I think the Bears are better than the Ravens this year. I think the Ravens should have been good, but they just never were. Like, no one told the Ravens. Hey, you guys supposed to be good. Oh, really? All right, so we're split on that. The only thing we agree on is the Jets. All right, Sean, last 1 o'clock game. The San Francisco 49ers travel to Houston to play the Texans. The Texans are favored by 1.5. This is a very small, at-home spread, but it feels like a test.
Yeah.
This game looks like a test. When I look at it, I go, shit, this is a test here that I got to try to figure out. because the 49ers are traveling into Houston. 49ers should be a better team. 1.5 is nothing. I don't know. Sean, what do you got?
I don't get it. I believe in Mac Jones. I'm a Mac Jones believer. I believe in the San Francisco 49ers. I know they've been decimated by injuries, but they still keep winning. Lynch does a great job over there filling the holes. What?
Ooh.
San Francisco? I can't get away with that. Not on this podcast. Can't talk like that. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say Houston can't do it. San Francisco can. San Francisco gets the job done. San Francisco wins.
Did you know the league mandate? Did you see that the Giants got fined multiple penalties for the way they dove head first? And then
it's so stupid.
San Francisco got fined because the cheerleaders are no longer allowed to wear skirts.
What?
Yeah, the reason they can't wear skirts is when they sit down, their balls hang out. Matt, who do you like in this game?
I love, and I'd go as far as say my lock of the year. I love DeMarco Ryan going up against Shanahan. If anybody knows his offense, it's going to be him. Mac Jones had 154 yards last week. You know I love Mac Jones. I've been banging my chest about Mac Jones. I don't like him this week. Houston all day. My start of the week is Jared Noel from the Texans. He's a beast. He's going to have probably 7, 8, 9 targets, 70 to 90 yards. Check out what he's got for his over-under for his yards. Go with the over. Easy bet. And you heard it here first. Houston dominates. It's going to be probably an under, but it's going to be domination for Houston. But they're going to have problems on offense. They got Nico Collins out, but they'll make way. They can't run the ball, but they're going to beat San Fran.
So here's the thing. If I'm San Fran, I'm worried about Houston controlling the pace.
Yep.
Houston controls the pace of this game. Houston wins this game. Houston does their thing and does, in intervals, they win this game. The spread, though, is so ridiculous that I would not bet the game. I wouldn't do it because, I think the 49ers should win. But if you give me the Texans at 1.5 at home, I got to think that there's a play on it. I'm going with Houston. I got to think there's a reason you're doing that to me. So I have to stay with Houston. But
Houston all day.
1.5 spread. They know something we don't, that if they're going to make it that small. You know what I mean? We split. We have one lock from the 1 o'clock games. The Jets. All right. Moving on. Before we move on to the 4 o'clock games, have you guys been enjoying the NFL? And if so, who have you been enjoying watching? Matt?
Yeah, yes and no. I think the product is horrible, and I think that if you look at the spreads this week, there's 3 or 4 games that have a 3 or 4 points window for a spread, and the rest of them are touchdown plus. That shows you that there's just so much shit ball out there and not good teams, and it's not competitive enough. But on top of that, there's a lot of injuries that are costing this. Is that the artificial turf? Do we have to talk about that? Are they willing to talk about that? Do they care about the players? This isn't the same product that we once watched. You turn on the game and then all of a sudden this guy dislodges the ball a little bit too aggressively and he gets flagged. That's really, really, really pathetic. Quarterbacks running to the sideline and then they stiff a defender. I've gotten control over myself a lot, but I'd want to punch somebody in the chin if they are elbowing me, shouldering me, headbutting me. It's hard to not expect a reaction when you allow the quarterback to do that. This is only catered the offensive side more, and the defense is no longer there. So do I like what I'm watching? Absolutely not. I started watching this game because of defense. I am a defensive person. I want to get out there and knock the shit out of people. They don't let that happen no more. I think that sucks.
So, all right, but it does save injuries. I'm going to also say 2 things. One, I feel like there's better offensive linemen across the board now. I think that they're more skilled and just better than it was in the 80s or 90s. I don't think you had great offensive linemen all the way. Some teams did, but I don't think they all did. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. The other thing that I don't like about the whole thing is I fucking hate the kickoff. Just don't even do it. Let's just agree everybody starts on the 25. Like, can we call it that? Because what we're watching doesn't even look like football. And if it doesn't bother you while you're watching it, I mean, it really bothers me. I'm always like, what the frig? And then, but lastly, the whole pulling up on hitting the quarterback. I don't know what they want. Like, I mean, in other words, what is the guy? The guy's coming in shoulder first. So if you're going shoulder first, your head has to be down somewhat. How do you pull up at the end? I mean, dude, if I went and stood in the street and I asked you guys to stand like 10 feet from me and then just sprint at me, but then stop the second you got next to me, you'd all hit me. Everyone, bang, we'd all go down. Because what the, dude, you can't expect the defensive player to burst forward, right? And then at the last second, just, what's he supposed to do? Honest to God, stop and fall like he's skiing. Like, you know, when you're just skiing, you're going too fast, you're like, fuck it, I'll fall. Like, is that what they're supposed to do? Bum rush
They
the
have
quarterback?
to pass. They have to pass the rule that when the quarterback takes that ball down, he's a runner just like everyone else, and that's it. He's a ball carrier.
Sean, your thoughts?
Well, I'm sorry to say I'm a Patriots fan, so this season has been great for me. So far, so good, should I say. But,
Well, until what? Until Drake May gets hit, because he's going to have to learn to do the same thing. But he is willing to take the hits. Like, he's not copping out.
Right.
But the thing is once you take that ball down, you should be in danger you'll get unloaded on, just like you're a ball carrier. Because what else are you? If we're going to go into this NFL where it's RPO and all these quarterbacks can run, then what are you? You are a runner. You are not a quarterback.
It's true.
If you can do the tush push and use your quarterback in that way, I don't know. It seems like you're using him to ram into other people. You seem like you're using him to dive in and cause other injuries. It's like, once he pulls the ball down and scrambles, come on. It's really hard to call a late hit on shit like that. But Sean, tell me what you think. Seriously.
No,
other than the Patriots. Do you like watching
the game? It's not the same anymore. I mean, the hits. If it's a big hit, we used to be able to be like, oh, but now these days we know that there's a call that's going to be coming at some point, or there's going to be a fine that's coming at some point. So it doesn't make it fun anymore. I remember back in the day, Ronnie Lott got his finger chopped off, and the guy not only did Ronnie Lott return to the game, but the physician played another 20 years in the NFL. That let that go. Today, imagine if that ever happens.
Just for the record, though, last game we watched, a call came in from New York to overturn a call. What the frig is that about? New York should not be watching the games and stepping in. New York is there when they're asked for. If they need to go back to New York, they ask them. We just saw a game where, like, New York just called in.
Yep.
They're going to be counting their carbon production soon, the NFL players. And they're all going to have digital IDs to know what position they're playing. That's what they're going to do next to them. I don't know. I'm not liking the sport lately because of
it smells fishy.
Yes.
Yeah, it smells fishy, and it seems like there's a bunch of stars, but they're not all playing like stars. Like, it just seems like there's, a lot of players. It's like basketball, guys. Basketball got to the point where
gonna say it's like the NBA. They come up, show up, get a cup of coffee. Okay, see you later. Hug each other, switch jerseys.
Yeah,
that's the NBA.
That's what sports are becoming. That's what sports are becoming.
The NBA took a bad turn, and not to get on the NBA, but that guy Shah, what's his name, Gilgis Alexander, I say his name wrong. That dude, he brought back the whole going for two. Like, they literally said, what's his face? The dumbest person that's ever walked the face of the earth, JJ Redick, the guy who said that Larry Bird wasn't a great 3-point shooter.
Yes.
JJ Redick claims that taking a 2-point shot is a wasted possession. You either take a 3 or you try to get fouled into the field. Imagine you're thinking like that. I'd be like, you know what, dude? Get out there and score.
That's terrible.
You score some fucking buckets. Stop them on defense. Let's go. Score some points.
There's no defense anymore.
It's ridiculous. All right, 4 o'clock games. Matty, the Buccaneers go to New Orleans. The Saints are getting 4.5 against the Buccaneers. Saints are the worst team in the league. Every week, though, it seems like the Saints are in it. They're in the game. Oh, they're scoring points. And then, but the Bucs are favored by 4.5. Who do you like?
It's so tough. The only team I've been not seeing at all this year is the Tampa Bay Bucks. I've been pretty much wrong against them every week except for last week. I knew Detroit was going to shit on them, and I felt a little bit of more credit that week because I can't stand when a team sticks to me. I gotta win all the time. But today's a tough call. Like 4.5 points to the Saints. Saints.
Division rivals.
Yeah, they should be able to just handle them. But I'm wearing the jersey for a reason. Let me run it back with the Saints. Give me the 4.5.
At home.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Sean?
Yeah, I can't go with the Saints. Saints, I think have moved all the way up to the second worst team in football. Congratulations, Saints. You should be proud. But Manning's not going to be a top 3 pick anymore either. So they could care less. So therefore, yeah, I'm going the opposite way. It's going to be a nice day. Saints lose.
Oh, she's taking the Bucks. All right.
Yeah, Bucks over Saints. Yeah.
I myself am taking the Buccaneers only because the Saints are the worst team in the league. The Saints are horrible. And it's 4.5 at home. I don't think that's much of a home advantage anymore. I gotta go with the Bucks. I can't pick the Saints anymore. They just sorry, man. I like the jersey and all, but they don't win games.
It's more along the lines of I know Baker's having an MVP caliber year. Taz Johnson is looking the pot. You know, Ibuka is another week healthier. I love Rashid White. I just there's some inconsistency with those guys. I watched them and they weren't really producing. I mean, Detroit's a different beast. I'm not going to get too big on them, but like I said last week, and I think I probably could have been taken a little differently. I said they probably should just take their lumps and rest their players and march on, have a second bye week. And you can't do that in the NFL, but it kind of looks like they did. So I don't know if they're still hurting. I mean, it's like you just brought out these guys who are on the brink of coming back and you made them play when, like I said, they probably should have rested. So I think Tampa Bay's a little banged up, and that's the only reason why I'm going with the Saints.
All right. We split on that one. All right. This one's this next one I will take just because it involves one of the NFC East, and I am the NFC East. The Cowboys travel to Denver. Denver's favored at home by 3.5. Oh boy. So the Cowboys defense sucks.
Yeah.
The Broncos are coming off a game they can't believe they won. Right? I've seen both teams play. I like the Cowboys in this game. I like the Cowboys in this game to win. And I hate the Cowboys. The only team I hate more is the Eagles. But I hate the Cowboys. But I have to take the Cowboys in this game because there is such a thing as a letdown. When you play like they just did and scored so many points in that fourth quarter, there has to be a bit of a letdown. Has to be. And the Cowboys are the type of team, you don't want to have a letdown with them because you don't know what they can do. They might be able to drop 30-something points on you. You just don't know. I like the Cowboys in this situation. To me, this is the type of game that they pull off. Beating the team that beat the Giants the week before is classic Dallas. It's so vintage Dallas that I'm going with Dallas. Sean?
You dropped a bomb on me, baby. You dropped a bomb on me.
When you turn me up, you say. I'm sorry. I thought we were doing the whole song. My bad.
Yeah, we're going to do the whole song. All right, so we I don't know why. I can't explain it. There's sometimes you just got to go with your gut feeling, and I got a huge gut, so I got a good feeling. So therefore, I'm going to say Dallas pulls the upset. I think Denver did what we call blowing your load, and that refers to dynamite and the Nobel Peace Prize. I think it's an old saying from back in the old country.
Of course it is.
Yes. So that's why I think Denver, like you said, King, I think Denver loses.
Matt.
I'll tell you, there wasn't much that we were wrong about last week. And there was one thing that I was so pissed off about because, and I know in my heart that we were right, but we looked wrong. We said, who do you trust more? And it was Dot over Knicks. And if you watch that game, you might think differently. But what really truly happened was the Giants went in this stupid defense that you would never even do. And it let Knicks just do whatever he wanted to do. And I'm like, what are you doing? That's not going to happen again this week. Bo Nix has had a kind of Jekyll Hyde season. He isn't going to replicate that. I'm on Dallas too. We got a New York jet from New York to Dallas, and that's a.
It's a lock! 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 It's a lock!
I love that. That's a great lock, by the way. We had to
Yeah.
do a couple of weeks of horrible lock noises. I think we nailed it on that one, though. So let me just add the second name. Cowboys and Jets. Wow.
Hey.
Hey now. All right. Last 4 o'clock game. I'm gonna stay with Sean. Sean, this is a game that I really don't even want to watch. Titans and Colts. Like that's a
Oh, yeah.
Colts
Yep.
though, with Daniel Jones playing like a freaking MVP, and Jonathan Taylor playing so well. The Colts, however, are favored by 14.5 at home. So who do you like in the game, Sean?
Okay, you see 14.5, you say, oh man, that's a lot of points.
Yeah,
But you see Tennessee, and you go, that's a lot of losers.
It's a horrible team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible
So
team.
that's where my head's at. I'm gonna make it short, I'm gonna make it sweet. And I'm gonna go Matt surprise team. Matt called this. I'm always gonna give him props where props belong. Going with Indy.
Indiana Jones versus the Titans. The Titans, right? They keep looking around for Chris Johnson. Like they're a horrible team. The
Yeah.
Titans. They really are. But 14.5. Matt.
It's so tough because I feel like the Colts get that done, but I'm going to side with the Titans.
Hey.
It's just too many points for me. I'm sorry, Captain. I do appreciate it. I look at the Colts as the only competition for the Patriots. And there I said it. I don't think that there's many teams in the AFC. It might be a few teams that pop up, but I think Buffalo Bills are fraudulent, and I think the Colts are very much, very, very real. And I think that Jonathan Taylor, the Wars, he leads the team, and Daniel Dimes makes his job easy, and they continue to look good. But I don't. Might be 14. That hook might get him, but let me ride with the Titans.
So if I had to bet the game, Sean, I have to go with the Titans. Even though I agree with you, the Colts should be 14.5 points better. They are technically on my, but the game has to be played, and any one mistake, any one stupid play makes it a 10-point game instead of a blowout. And they know each other well. I gotta go with the 14.5 is too much for me unless I know it's going to be one of those situations where they might get crushed. It's a good
Cam
chance.
Ward can play. Cam Ward can play.
Yeah,
He can throw the ball. Cam Ward can throw the ball around the lot, and we've seen Indianapolis that pass defense be taken advantage of. I love Indy's D line. I think they might have the best D line in the league. Kwity Paye and Tootin, and then Buckner there. That's the Parsons Buckner.
You know about Kwity Paye, right?
Yeah, I love Kwity. Love Kwity.
No, you know that he played high school football with my nephew.
Oh yeah. Rhode Island's own, baby.
Brother Ray's son was like a cornerback on the same defense with Kwity Paye on the line. But you had to say something. That kid in high school was killing people. He was. They weren't ready for him. Like Rhode Island kids were not ready for Kwity Paye. He was knocking Rhode Island guys around because my nephew's like my brother. He's like a 5'8" Italian, like a bunch of 5'8" Italians out there running. Kwity Paye just throwing people right and left. You know, he's really good.
He's a beast. Probably the best D line, but they could be taken advantage of. So yeah.
All right, we've got 2 games left on the docket with 2 locks. Tonight at 8 o'clock. Oh my God! It is the douchebag bowl.
Big time.
Aaron Rodgers has the Green Bay Packers come visit him in Pittsburgh. It's only a 3-point spread, which worried me. Because you look at this without the Rodgers bullshit. Take the whole Rodgers drama out of this. Look at these two teams, how they played so far this year. And how can Green Bay not beat Pittsburgh by 3? That's my problem. I look at this without Rodgers. Well, yeah, how can the Packers not win by 3? But then I think I have professed the douchebag factor for fucking 4 years now. It is a real truth. There's certain guys in all sports that can take over a game, not because they're just good, but because they had this douchebagness about them. That they're like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna show. You want me to show Green Bay? I'm gonna throw 4 touchdowns today. I'm not gonna do much the rest of the year. But you watch this game on prime time. I'm lumping up the Packers. I gotta go with Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
Is too high for me on this. It's true. He wants to beat them. He wants to beat the Packers so bad. I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh plus 3. Matt,
It's funny. I couldn't agree with you more. I said that the Jets were a lock of the year. This is its co-equal. I mean it 100% wholeheartedly. This guy's going. You mean I could take out Jordan Love and I could take out all these guys who showed me the door and I have
their season a little bit? Yeah.
I have a say in the matter. Oh well, let me do something about this. Jordan Love, very, very nice. I like him a lot. But I'll tell you what, Aaron Rodgers is still at his age levels above Jordan Love. And there's been this putrid smell about the Packers all year. I've talked about it. And I took the Cardinals a few weeks ago when most people most likely wouldn't. I said they just stink. They're going into Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's going to take them and they're going to lump them up. They're going to win this game. I think this is an easy one. I think go ahead and lock this up. It's a lock.
No, we got to hear from Sean first. Sean.
Well,
you're not going to like what I have to say, gentlemen.
We're not going to.
I'm going to love it.
You're not going to love it either. Go, right, Pack, go!
No!
All right, so let me ask you this, Sean. I know that you like the Packers because they're obviously the better team. That's obvious. But you don't think that at home, Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh isn't going to be like...
there's nothing you can do to beat him.
No, I'm not. No, not that play. Go routes. No. No, I'm not. No, I don't want to hand it off. No, everybody go deep. What? I'm Aaron Rodgers. What the fuck I say? Go deep. They're all like, we're supposed to run it. We get 2 tight ends in. I don't care. Run deep. Let's do this. Like, that's what I feel like might happen. I hope they have a camera on him close because he's been cursing people out already. Oh, man. What a game. That's going to be a fun game to watch, if I'm being honest.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
What if the Packers hit him and knock him out of the game? Oh.
I don't think it's possible. I think he'd be playing in a wheelchair and crutches.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's going to win this game. He's going to win this game. Right. Last game, guys. The Monday Nighter. So we have 2 locks for you. If we pick the Monday Nighter, you'll have that for 3. If not, we've got 2. And that's all you're going to get. Monday night game. The Washington Commies. As the NFC East whisperer, I have something to say on this. The Washington Commies travel to Kansas City. Kansas City is favored by 11.5. The Commies are banged up. The Chiefs are starting to try to show how good they are. They did last week when they lumped up that team, like when they had a big spread, and I said they're going to just beat them really bad. The same thing will happen Monday night against the Commies. The Commies don't have the firepower without all the injuries to keep up with the Chiefs. 11.5 will come pretty fast, faster than you think, because if it becomes a passing game, they're done. I'm telling you, I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs plus 11.5. Sean?
I agree. 100%. Kansas City, even though they played down to their opponents, I think they're going to cover the 11 points.
Well, I mean, down to their opponents, but last week, what was the score? What did they win by last week? They crushed whoever they played.
Oh, they crushed them last week, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're starting to, like, warm up, it feels like. All right, Matt.
I'm going to give you guys all out there a wicked nugget of gold. Rashad Smith, he's going to have a big role in this game. And if you want to put a little bit of money on the anytime touchdown, that's going to happen. But if you want to put a little bit of money on 2 or more touchdowns, that's going to happen. This is his come out game. It showed a little bit last week. It was a blowout to the Raiders, but he got in there, and now that Hunt is out, this is his come out. I believe that KC absolutely, it's a lock that they're going to cover that spread. And this is Smith's come out party. Take that to the bank.
Kareem Hunt will play week 8.
Will he? I still believe that Smith is going to have that role.
All right. But I'm just letting you know, though, he might. But Kareem Hunt will play. If anything, I think he takes Pacheco's role, if you want my opinion, because Hunt does one thing. No?
Well, they want him to. Pacheco's not a pass catcher. This kid is a catcher.
Yep.
Receiver out of college, now into running back. But he's almost like the Jerick McKinnon role.
So you're with the Chiefs. Sean's with the Chiefs. I'm with the
It's a lock. It's a lock. It's a lock. It's a lock. It's a lock.
That's such a great chant. Hey, all right, we have 3 locks. There you go. 3-team parlay, I guess. Jets, Cowboys, and you wait till Monday night for the Chiefs. Now, before we go, Sean, any upset like parlays you might be thinking of? Any weird things that you want to offer?
The Cleveland versus Pats, we said already today, but even though it's a low number, don't let it scare you away. Go under.
Matt, what about you? Any last-minute fantasy advice or picks?
I just really like Noel for the Texans today, and I love Smith. So if you got FanDuel lineups, probably really cheap, put them in there.
Yeah, if you're doing an anytime touchdown thing, I would think you'd want to put money on Scadaboo, just based on the fact that he scores every time he plays. This kid might score a touchdown every fucking game for the rest of the year because he can really get 3 yards. He's not a breakaway running back. He's not this amazing breakaway. But
like Mike Allstott.
Give me 4 yards on first down, Bo. Cam, just knock everybody down. I'm all for
4 yards and a cloud of dust.
He's not even close to the size of like Peyton Hillis or Mike Allstott, but he's got that run style.
Yep. Yeah, you know how tall he is? It's great. He's listed at
5'8".
Well, he's listed at 5'10", but they asked him in an interview how tall you were. And now, if somebody answers like this, you tell me. He goes, "I'm 5'10". You got to see the interview. I swear to God, he goes, "I'm 5'10". It's like, not 10. What the fuck number is that? Not 10.
The 10.
You know what I mean? But
tell us.
Anyways, yeah. All right. So those are our 3 locks. We did 6 for you last week. Now we're giving you 3. You should be happy we give you 3. Please pay attention to what we're doing. The Jets, Cowboys, and Chiefs. It's really hard for us all to agree on a game. And when we do, our record has been over 70%. That's all I have to say. So, for Captain Picard, for Master Thomas, it is me, Mike Lepre, King Mike Hill. This was legit fantasy sports. Well, legit fantasy football brought to you by legit fantasy sports. Guys, continue to watch. If we go 3-0 this week, you guys are going to hear a lot of shit from us. Root for us, win with us. And when we go 3-0, yeah, you're going to hear about it, though. There's going to be a lot of videos. Just saying. Really going to tell you.